Many times on this channel, I've told you guys, I'm not a big fan of umbrellas. I just don't think they offer the photographer a ton of control. And don't get me wrong, I love big soft light and I love portable equipment, and this is probably as portable as it gets. I mean, come on, it folds down to practically nothing, it's super quick to set up, you can get them in all sorts of sizes, and they're a pretty large, soft light. But I've always known that light is just as much about where you put it as where you don't put it. And where these little guys suffer is control, because they throw light everywhere. They go through the modifier, they go backwards, it goes out to the sides, it goes everywhere, which makes it a little difficult to carve out a subject without just spilling light all over your scene. Now, despite that, there's one piece of gear that I've always carried with me, and that is some type of 5-foot massive reflective umbrella. Because it takes up so little space, there's no reason not to carry just in case you need it, whether a softbox breaks or you just need a massive modifier. And even though I rarely use them, I tend to go through almost one a year. Either the edges of these ribs break off, or the opening mechanism breaks, or one of the rods on the inside bends really bad. I've always stuck with affordable, not cheap, but affordable umbrellas because I don't really use them often, but somehow they still all end up breaking. Anyways, I think there's finally a set of umbrellas that I actually somewhat like. I've talked to you before about these Glow Series modifiers. They are some of my favorite softboxes because of how lightweight yet still durable they are. And they just came out with a new set of deep umbrellas. So this is their smallest version. They have 3 sizes. There's a 41-inch series, there's a 51-inch series, and there's a 65-inch series. Look how deep this umbrella is. It's much deeper of a shape than your standard one. Now, my favorite thing about these is the locking mechanism. So if you guys, let's go back to the old poopy umbrella. The locking mechanism in here is really thin, and the way it works is you press this up, it goes past this little lever, and then it clips shut. And then in order to release it, you have to press this in, and then it comes down. And anybody who's had an umbrella has definitely snagged your finger in there. Not a lovely experience at all. This one's way better. The clasp to release it is on the outside, so you never have to worry about pinching your finger, and it just feels like a way more secure connection. And these rods on the inside, they aren't steel, so like if they bend a little, they don't keep that shape. The string is actually wrapped through that little rod, so there's literally zero concern about the cap coming off and then just floating off of your rod. All in all, it's just a much better design. Now, in terms of the inner materials, this one you can see it's like a very smooth reflective surface. There's 2 different types of silver reflectors. There's that type, and then there is a pebble type. Of course, they have a translucent version as well. This is a much larger, this is a 65. I'm gonna knock all this crap over just opening this guy. It's massive. 65 inches, so that's 5 feet 5 inches. I really like the mechanism that they have in here. It has the same thing on the ends where they're tied down, so you don't have to worry about those coming out. The only thing I'm a little bit critical about here is this size of branding necessary, especially on a translucent umbrella, because there's 2 of them. And I don't know, it just seems massive and it's colorful. And that's the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of on this whole series. Doesn't really matter on the reflective ones. I really don't think this is going to affect the quality of light, but like, I don't know, just seemed a little bit unnecessary. Like, give me a little tag. I know who you are, I bought you. All my clients, they don't care what brand of umbrella I'm using. It's the only critical thing that I actually dislike about this, but other than that, these things are awesome and really good for the price, because the shape is similar to some of those umbrellas that Profoto offers, yet they are at a much, much lower price. So here is that pebble material that I was talking about. That's just gonna be a little bit more reflective, put out a little bit more light. If you like a little bit more specular of a light, then you're gonna wanna go with the pebble material instead of the smooth reflective finish. So again, there are 3 sizes, 41, 51, 65, and then there are 4 different types of inner materials, or the white. So there's the translucent, then there is the pebble finish, then there is a reflective one but with a white interior, and then there's like the smooth silver that I showed you first. I figured I'd show this to you guys because whether you use a lot of umbrellas, if you like umbrellas, that's cool, like whatever works for you, or it's just something that you keep around in case you might have to use, I feel like these are much better than some of the umbrellas that I've been buying in the past, and they're still not pricey to the point of pro photo umbrellas, yet they still have that really nice deep parabolic shape, and that's gonna make them way more controlled than a typical umbrella shape. Like the deepness to these is almost getting to the territory of a softbox, not quite, and obviously you can't control them further, but it's better. It's better than a regular umbrella. Easy lock, deep umbrellas, glow, 3 sizes, 4 different types. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any questions you have in the comments below. I'll probably share some photos with these in the community section if you want to head over there. Subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, keep on shooting, YouTube.